Good morning. I am Coimbatore Thirumantiram Sivayogi Sivarajan speaking. Now I am going to speak about Prathyahara. In yoga, the Prathyahara plays a vital role. It takes yoga from external to internal, inner self. Asana, this Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama. These are external. The asana and pranayama work on the physical body. But when compared with other forms of physical exercise, they are better. Because if you do these asanas, the body-mind correlation will be caused. The asanas are designed in such a way as to activate your internal organs. That is very important. Other exercise concentrate on muscle development, whereas these asanas concentrate on internal organs also. In the same way, pranayama is not understood in the proper manner. Actual pranayama happens in the astral body. Actual pranayama is the controlling of the 10 vayus in the astral body. The corresponding breathing exercise is called Sthula Pranayama. Through control and modification of the external breath, we are controlling the internal breath, inner breathing. That is sometimes called Vasi Yoga. Such inner breathing techniques are also available in Hatha Yoga. So before that, these Yama and Niyama principles are there, do's and don'ts. Before practicing yoga, the food control is there, behavior pattern change is there. All have to be done. Then only it will yield more results. You have to control the three gunas, tamas, rajas and sattva. You should shift to sattva guna. Slowly move from this tamas, rajas to sattva. That can be done by food modification. So these are not insisted by many yoga teachers and many yoga centers. If they allow students only after observing all these things, they will not get students. So they are not insisting. But in some ashrams like Shivananda Ashram, Vadagara, they are insisting on this food change, behavior change. They don't teach yoga to persons directly. They will advise and their food pattern, behavior pattern, etc. and ask the students to come after 3 months. That's a good approach. Because they are not commercial, that is a secret. They are telling the truth. But the yoga centers are conducted not only in India, in international level, they are the commercial motive. So if you fix the norms for this eligibility for doing yoga by Yama and Niyama, then only a small number of students will come. So they are leaving out Yama and Niyama. That is first limb and second limb they avoid. Only asana and pranayamas are taught in the yoga centers. Even government also promotes that. But it is much beyond that. Beyond this asana, there is one limb called Prathyahara. If you do Prathyahara, then only you will get that is advancement, promotion in this Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. They are all internal process. So the internal process starts with the Prathyahara. If you want a change in your life, then Prathyahara is important. Prathyahara is a starting point. Because it is working on the Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha and Mandramaya Kosha. Yama, Niyama and Asana and some part of Pranayama work in the physical plane. They improve health. When compared to gym and other physical culture, this is very good. because it affects a coordination between body and mind. Other exercises, if you go to gym, weightlifting and bar, etc., they are developing the muscle development. But if you do this in this level, it will activate the internal glands. If you do yoga asana, they will activate the central nervous system, autonomous nervous system, and endocrine glands. So it is better when compared to other forms of exercise. But Pratyahara is much more important. It makes a change in your life pattern. It changes. It makes changes in the behavior pattern. So it will lift you from one conscious level to next consciousness, higher consciousness. So for that, the energy flow through 5 senses should be controlled. That process is called Prathyahara. Your spiritual energy is flowing out towards the material world, and you have to restrain them from spending lot of energy on material pleasures. Mind is said to be the junction box of these 5 senses. So the energy flow by 5 senses is motivated by mind. Mind is running after the illusion of this world and spending energy to enjoy it through the 5 senses. The energy sent through the 5 senses should be withdrawn. Withdrawn by the use of this intellect. So in that stage, the energy will be withdrawn and it will be controlled and stored in Siddham. Siddham is said to be another part of Manas. It receives the energy, withdraws the energy and stores and makes it Sivalinga. So this is a process. So this is essential for going further improvement, for achieving further improvement in yoga. So Tirumular says if they should practice withdrawal when the 5 senses are active, then only these 5 senses can be controlled and the energy should be withdrawn. If you postpone this process till you get aged, then the 5 senses may go weak. They may go inoperative. After that, you cannot practice this this withdrawal because already 1 or 2 they are not deactivated. So he recommends this withdrawal of 5 senses when they are active. That is in the younger age. This point is insisted in Thirumantiram. In hymn 2023, he says, Aha Madattana Aindu Kalirula, Aha Madattariyodu Anaihindala, Vahanum Yaitu Avedamum Inaindavin, Pohum Tirundunal Vandu Aryome. He is comparing the 5 senses into 5 elements, 5 elephants. These elephants are going amok and they are running here and there. Using this knowledge, intellect, he should, the practitioner, yoga practitioner, to tie it to its some what we call this state. Then only they will be under control. That is, they are going in the material when they should be taken to and tied up in the Chandra Mandala, lunar energy. Then only they will come under control. And he says that it should be done when the 5 senses are active. So this what we call this the Mehot is with the Atman. The Atman is the Mehot sitting on the elephant. He has to trigger the 5 senses to restrain their folds and so store the energy. Not to waste the spiritual energy. Store the spiritual energy, return it to Siddham. That should be done when the 5 senses are in full strength. That is the point he insists. So she says the benefit of this Prathyahara will be less when if you do it in a later after the aged time when the senses automatically go weak. So you practice Pratyahara when the five senses are alert and start that, then only spiritual energy will be stored in your body. That is the important point. You are 70 years and 80 years, no need of Pratyahara because already the five senses go weak and they are inoperative. Then what is the need of doing Pratyahara? Pratyahara is done to store, withdraw and to store the vital energy to Siddham. That should be done when the five senses are very powerful. That is the important point noted in Thirumantiram. So, Pratyahara is a subtle practice where even though it is difficult for to practice, only from the age of 45 and above, it may be practiced because in early ages 25 30 the people cannot control the five senses. After 35 or 50 years, that is before 60 years, they should start Pratyahara. That is the point noted here. Before you get very old, you start Pratyahara, then only the vital energy will be stored in your astral body. If you only store this energy, then only dharana, dhyana and samadhi extra will be perfect. So, there are techniques in Shiva Yoga to control the five senses. The mantras are there. Concentrating on some places in Muladhara, you can control the Andakarnas. And in one petal, out of 4 petals, 1 petal is mind, and 1 petal is intelligence, and 1 petal is ego, 1 petal is siddham. If you activate and control the energy through this, then only Pratyahara will be practiced. There is a practical training for that. For each petal, there are mantras also. Siddham, Buddhi, Mana, Ahankara, they are imprinted in the 4 petals in letter form, and the energy that is to be controlled and the mantra for the energy is available in Nandikeswara Kasika. When you combine the letters in the 4 petals and in the energy letters from Nandikeswara Kasika, when you combine this, you will get the formula for controlling the mind, ego, intellect and everything, siddha, etc. Then only the 5 senses will be withdrawn. Energy from the 5 senses will be controlled and conserved. And there are separate mantras also mentioned in Nandikeswara Kasika. If you use the mantras of the Panchabhuta or Tanmatra and you combine this mantra, and if you meditate on each and this Jnanendriya, they will come under control. There is a practical training program. Cleansing the Panchabhutas and connect. Jnanendriya actually connected with the Panchabhutas. Ear is attached to this space. Skin is attached to Anahata, air. And this eye is attached to Manipuraha, Agni, and tongue is attached to taste and Swadhisthana, and nose is attached to Muladhara. So, in a combined manner, if you meditate through chakra meditation, you can bring about the change in controlling the 5 senses and Andakarnas. These are available in Shakti Shiva Tantra Yogas of Thirumantiram. So this is needed for achieving more success in yogic life. Those who want, contact me. Thank you.